Hello, yes, my name is John Fred Young, and I play drums in the band Blackstone Cherry.
Yeah, you do. And you have got an EP coming up in just over a month now. You've
We do.
already released a couple of the tracks, including the title track. It's incredibly like a hopeful track. And I think that's kind of like lyrically. I kind of want to know the inspiration behind the track.
Well, let's see. We started writing last year um, at Ben's house in his basement, and obviously on the road some too, sound checks and back the bus. So we had a kind of a handful of riffs and half melodies and stuff like that, and yeah, Celebrate was one of the songs that came together, and very proud of it. I think people are totally enjoying it, and I think obviously it's a a great lyrical message to overcome anything, and yeah, it's I think too, like we got to play that song live on this last tour we did in starting in November last year, and people really enjoy it. And it's a heavy song. It's upbeat, four on the floor, in your face rock song, but also it's the chorus. Very proud of the melody that was written for it, and the meaning is very deep, as I said. So yeah, it's a great bashing, uplifting rock song.
Yeah, I agree. And speaking on the other tracks that you've also released, is it Neon Eyes?
Yeah, Neon Eyes.
Yeah, and you've also got a cover that you've released.
We do. We
Yeah. What was the reason behind that particular cover?
well, so we've done a lot of covers over the years,
Mm.
and we always try to make those, our own. Keep the core content of the song, but add the Blackstone Cherry touch to it. Um, that song, Chris wanted to. He's been wanting to record that song for like maybe 5 years now,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, and so we we were thinking about doing it on the last record, but we did the Tina Turner cover.
Mm.
What's Love Got to Do with It? And so we went in to record this EP, and yeah, took a swing at it. I think it came out great, and we had a very good friend of ours, Tyler Conley from Theory of a Dead Man, guest vocal appearance on it, and he knocked it out of the park too with Chris, and they sound great together. And of course, we've been friends with those guys for a long time. Great group of guys, great band, and just really proud that Tyler could be on it with us. And so I'm sure we'll be playing that live. As we get back out on the road,
Mhm.
we got to get out of the ice wonderland first. Where, like I was telling you earlier, we had a big ice storm in the states, snow and ice, and power outages. So we we're kind of in just froze mode right now. But I'm sure once everything dethaws or thaws out, we'll be out there playing some of this new stuff. And the EP comes out March the 6th. So mark your calendars. We're looking forward to it. It's gonna be cool. There's some other awesome tunes on there too that we'll hopefully have enough room in the set to switch some of those out and play some stuff too live.
I hope so. So speaking of like you've spoken about your covers and also collaborations, you've done a lot of collaborations over the years. Do you specifically have any dream collaborations and artists you want to work with?
Well, uh, we shoot, that's a long list. I mean, uh, a lot of my heroes are past, and but as far as um, yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, there's a lot of great artists out there, and hopefully we can do more collaborations with different people and maybe different genres and stuff. So we're
Mm.
we're always open to do stuff like that because it's fun. I mean, when you work with somebody, you obviously, they have a fan base, and you do too. And so I think that you get to trade. Maybe somebody hasn't heard of your band, and then
Mm.
vice versa. So that's cool. So we're always open for doing collabs and stuff. And yeah, we just never know. You never know who it could be.
You never know. You never know. So, as you said, this is an EP coming out. How come it's an EP instead of an album?
Well, we thought about doing a full record again, and we were kind of looking at how when you release a record now, you spend about from the time you get it done and you deliver it, you've got another 8 months of getting everything together and you know servicing stuff, and it's just a lot of. I don't personally know why it should take that long, but it takes a long time. And so you get all this marketing set up, and then when it does come out, it seems like that, and I think a lot of bands would probably agree that you get maybe 1 to 2 months of kind of you know being able to really push that and being on everybody's radar, and it kind of it seems like to us that we wanted to take a different approach and do an EP because we felt like that number one, it takes less time in the studio to do 6 or 7 songs, and we felt like that we could get a lot more um, you know use of something that had 6 to 7 songs that we can release 2 to 3 singles off of and promote that longer, and then maybe next year release another one. And so I mean we've seen a lot of other artists do that, and it worked for them. So but yeah, I mean we're definitely going to start working on some more material. We have other material right now too, but we'll definitely get before too long together again and start writing some more stuff for another one. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of it. I think we're in a time where there's so much stuff and so much availability and opportunity for people to listen to music with different platforms. We just kind of want to see how this worked, and maybe it would help us stay in the spotlight a little longer.
No, I think that's it. Like, especially in the music industry nowadays, attention spans have just dropped massively. And it's all about like social media and releasing staggered and not having like a 12 track album all
hmm
in one go. And you've got to extend the process, basically.
Yeah, I think it too, and it's all. I mean, even years ago, I felt like that when we would release, like 15 years ago, you release an album and you've got maybe the label might give you 3 tracks off the album to be singles, and I always felt like there were more songs on the record that could have been singles, and obviously, it's a cost to work a single. But I think that this would give us, and speaking for all 4 of us, in the band, we felt like that this would give us a better opportunity to showcase more of the songs instead of just, writing 12 to 13 to 14 songs on a record and only getting 3 really to be able to hit the mass public. And obviously, like our fans, I'm sure every other band in the world, if you're a fan of a band, you're gonna get all the songs and you're gonna hear all the songs. But you know, we'll see how it goes. I think people are loving what we've released so far, and hopefully, like I said, when we get back to touring, we'll be able to play some more songs off of the EP.
Mhm.
Switch them in and out.
No, for sure. So you are coming to the UK and Europe nearing the end of the year. I'm
We
very
are.
excited. You're coming like 20 minutes down from where I am, so I'm very
Oh,
excited because I've not seen you play live in a very long time.
well, you'll have to come out to the show.
Oh, I definitely will. But because it's more intimate shows, like there's still massive spaces, but you've also played like incredible massive stages. Do you have a preference between more intimate shows and larger scale shows? And what's the different process to the set list and the production behind the shows?
Well, they're massively different,
Okay.
um, and we started in the UK in 2007. It was our
Mm,
first time we ever came over, and we were very fortunate to just keep going back and doing festivals and our own headline shows and
mm.
making making fans and we have such a great fan base. that supported us so many years now over there. And I think the big difference is obviously everybody loves playing. I think an arena or a big venue like that. There's a lot of production that goes into it. We we don't have when we do arenas, we don't have as much production as probably other acts, but it does. You've got trucks, you've got multiple buses for not just our band and crew, but you got crew that set up staging and PA. So I mean, yeah, it's a bigger production. The As far as what I like to play, I mean, I think the arenas are incredible. I love playing those. But the smaller theaters and clubs always have a more intimate feeling. Everybody agrees with that. And it's our thing was we grew up playing, bars and little, hole in the walls. So you know, no matter where we were, we always tried to make those places feel like you were in a big, arena. And then when you do go to the arenas, you want to connect to people that are way up in the rafters and make them feel like that they're in an intimate setting. I think we're good at that, but I think also I like more of it's nice to do both, but you definitely there's a vibe that when you're in a smaller club or theater, you can't. It is hard to recreate that. So those are fun, and I'm glad we're able to do both.
Yeah, no, definitely. You get the best of both.
Outdoor festivals for me are probably above anything. Are those are just a massive amount of fun because it's hot and it's sweaty and you're out there and at the open air. I just the vibe is awesome on those.
Yeah, no, it checks out. That was the last time I saw you actually at Ramblin' Man Fair.
Yeah, that was great.
It was fun.
That was really fun. Yeah.
So you are no stranger to touring. How do you keep yourself busy and entertained? Do you have
Uh,
any downtime?
on tour,
Yeah.
yeah, there's downtime. We have a funny joke. It's hurry up and wait. Um,
Mhm.
because I mean, we you get to a venue or you get to wherever you're playing, and there's load in, and we're very fortunate. We have an amazing crew of guys that help us load in and get everything set up. We go and do sound check, and the rest of your day until stage time is kind of hang out and chill. And most of us, I like to get out and walk and investigate the city and see what kind of you know uh, I like antique shops and thrift shops and stuff like that. So I like doing that. But yeah, I mean, everybody's got their own little thing we do until stage time. So
Can you ever buy anything? Is there any room on the bus?
I bought a pinball machine one time.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, I got some really strange looks for that one. I bought a pinball machine in where we at New Hampshire.
Hmm.
I'd bought it online and I was going to drive up and pick it up, but we were going through there, so I had a guy bring it to the bus, and one of the crew guys helped me break it down, and that was funny. We took the legs off and the top piece. I've got it here at the house, but I bought a one time I bought a 32-inch marching, no, not marching, it was a orchestral bass drum.
Hmm.
It's a huge drum, massive drum. And I brought it on the bus, and everybody's like, man, what is wrong with you? And I put it in the back lounge, and it barely fit through the doors. Yeah, I'm always finding something that's neat, but I've tried to. The joke is, it's like, what's he going to bring on the bus next? But I try to do small things, you
Sure.
know. But yeah, you can't have them all,
No, it doesn't always happen that way. You need to pack
Yeah,
like an extra trolley, especially like a carriage back of the bus to put all
I
your
know.
things.
I'd be terrible if I had my own, bus and trailer. I'd have so much junk.
It's fine. Makes it fun, entertaining.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Have you already planned your set list for this tour?
No, not yet, but I
Mhm.
mean, I'm sure we'll get to that, soon enough. I mean, it's for us. We we kind of know, we got to play the ones everybody wants to hear, but we're doing the first album, so it's gonna be cool, and then all the other stuff too. So it'll be fun. It'll be a good it'll be a great tour and good times. So we're really looking forward to it.
No, I'm looking forward to it. If there is someone who is coming to the tour and they've never seen you before, what three words would you describe your set and what they can expect?
Bring your earplugs.
Safety first.
Safety first, always. Oh, I mean, obviously we have a ton of great fans. I mean, and people you meet, all over that have been coming to see us for years and years. But that when they bring somebody that's new, it's always awesome because you get to see that person's honest reaction to, like, wow, did you dig it, and I think people have never seen us before. You know I think that they'll be surprised, and you know get to see a cool live rock band.
Live rock.
Yeah.
Are there any songs in your entire discography that you're most excited to bring back to the UK?
uh I mean, that's hard. We we're normally a typical headline set like this last tour we were on, it's like an hour 30. I
Mm,
could be wrong on that. But yeah, I mean, I think you know people expect the songs that we play. I mean, there's ones that you can't leave out,
yeah.
but I think when we throw in a B-side every once in a while, I think people really dig that too. And you know it's hard. It's when you I see. I mean, we're not at this level or anything, but I mean, when you're these legacy acts go out and play for 3.5 hours, it's like you kind of understand why, because they got so many songs. And
Mm.
we put the band together in 2001, and um, we've released all these albums over the years. You can't play them all, but it's it's hard to make set lists sometimes, especially if you've got B-sides that people want to hear too, but you also got to put in all these other songs too. So it's a good problem to have.
Yeah. Too much choice, too much good choice. How would you say your music has developed to the EP that's coming out in just over a month?
Well, I think we've kept the core of what Blackstone Cherry is, and we've been we've always kept what we started with there, and that's been our um, always improve on songwriting, always improve on playing, musicianship. Uh, as far as how it's changed, I mean, I think over the years, all four of us, we're striving to be better musicians, better songwriters, and playing together as a unit. Um, Definitely, I, I mean, the stylistically, I think that uh, yeah, we're gonna always try to evolve to get to that next level of those things I talked about, but still, it's Blackstone Cherry to the core. Um, yeah, it's a good question. It's I think every band in the world wants to constantly improve as songwriters and musicians. And some bands take complete different stylistic approaches on every record, and that's awesome too. I dig that too. I mean, I think you have bands that have stayed, like, their whole style and songwriting has stayed the same for years and years, like AC/DC, and look at ZZ Tops. I mean, name 20 more, but uh, I dig that too. But yeah, I think evolving is awesome. And I think too, as experiences as humans, you go through life and you have different experiences. Like, we all four, input on the songwriting. So whatever one of us is bringing now, our thought process, we probably couldn't 20, 15 years ago, we could write from a outside perspective of what a 40-year-old might be feeling, but it would not be genuine. You know what I'm saying? and on the other side of that, I'm just speaking for myself personally. It as you get a little older, a couple more times around the sun, it's you're I think with every rock band you have you have those, like we have songs that are like those fun party type anthems and stuff like Boom Boom, and there's one on this EP's coming out, but the I not to sound like we don't party anymore. We don't party, but it's more I suppose without getting too uh deep, it's just you have more. I guess the emotional side might be easier for us to write than the party side. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, we still like to have a good time, but um, I think when you're younger, you're in that moment of like the youth and the party vibe, and so I don't know. Maybe I'm off on that, but I think the most important thing for any band is just to keep growing as musicians and lyricists, and love the dudes you or chicks you play in a band with, and everybody work together as a unit, because that's at the I did another interview. We were talking about gear, like recording gear and stuff, and that's wonderful. I mean, there's a million great studios and tons of gear that you can buy, but you have to. I think at the core, what people really want is great songs. A great song that um, attaches or somebody can really lock onto. So at the core of everything, it's just I think our band has constantly tried to improve its integrity into and genuineness into the songwriting and playing. That was long winded, and I am long winded. Sorry.
No, it's fine. But you kind of nailed it. Like speaking of like the loyalty of your fans and why you've been a band for so long, it's because you keep doing that and growing.
Yeah, we try to just always be genuine and honest in our writing. So you know,
You're nailing it.
thanks. I'm halfway froze. My brain's like it's trying to dethaw from all this
It's getting it. You're
excitement.
defrosting.
I'm trying to give the most professional answers that I totally can, but
You're doing good. That was all of the questions I had for you. So final plug on the EP comes out March 6th.
yeah.
I'm excited. Gonna be great.
Thank you for having me today and taking the time. I appreciate it.